तो दोस्तों, आज का जो ये लेक्चर है, जो लाइव क्लास है, दिस इज अबाउट कैलकुलस। आप लोगों को पता है कैलकुलस जो है ना, आप लोगों के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है मैथमेटिक्स में, क्लास 11th एंड क्लास 12th। इट कवर्स ए लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स लाइक रिलेशंस, फंक्शंस, देन योर inequalities, then your differential calculus, then integral calculus. So a larger portion is there of your syllabus. So मेरा ये कहना है कि कोई भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ो तो आप जो है ना, बहुत ही सिंपल तरीके से पढ़ो और उसको बिल्कुल बॉटम से, स्क्रैच से पढ़ो। 11th एंड 12th ये दोनों क्लासेस ऐसे हैं कि इनमें जो भी है, चाहे वो फिजिक्स हो या मैथमेटिक्स हो, आपको बिल्कुल जो है ना बॉटम तरीके से, स्क्रैच से पढ़ना पड़ेगा, फ्रॉम ABCD। तभी आप चीजों को समझ पाओगे। आज के लेक्चर में बेसिकली मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स यू मस्ट बी नोइंग, बट लेट अस सी, लेट अस स्टार्ट दैट। वी विल सी टुडे real numbers. You already know in your classes you have seen, but here what we are going to use mostly, this alphabet N is used to be used for set of natural numbers. These things are going to be used very frequently. That's why I am repeating it. This is set of whole numbers, means set of, you can say, non-negative integers. Correct? Then we use Z, or in some books it is used as I also. This is set of integers. Correct? Then can you tell me what about Q? Q is basically set of rational numbers. As you know, real numbers comprise everything. It is a universal set of, whereas its subsets are set of natural numbers, set of whole numbers, then set of integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers also. Correct? So Q is generally, it is for the rational numbers. Then what is R? R is set of real numbers. And sometimes this is set of positive real numbers and set of negative real numbers. These things, there is no problem. Correct? Rational number. What is rational number? Rational number can be written in the form of A divided by B, where A and B are what? A and B are integers and B is not equal to 0. And one more condition. SCF of A and B is what? 1. Correct? Then we know what are recurring decimal numbers. They are all rational numbers like 1 by 3, 0.3333. It goes like this. It is a recurring decimal number. It's a rational number. Correct? Or you can write 0.716716. What is this? This is basically 716 divided by 919. This is also a rational number. Correct? Now, what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers which are not rational numbers. Means they neither terminate when these decimal values neither terminate or neither can be expressed in terms of recurring numbers. They are not terminating also, and they cannot be expressed in terms of recurring numbers also. Then those are basically what? Irrational. Correct? I hope this is clear. If any doubt is there, then please let me know. Can you give the example of these irrational numbers? You know, root 2. Pi is also a irrational number. You can write minus 1 by root 3 and so on. Correct? Now, you see, what is this? This is a number line. In this number line, we can express all the real numbers, means rational numbers as well as irrational numbers, integers, natural number, or all these things we can express. Like 1, this will be, of course, this will be root 2, this will be 2, like that. Here, minus 1, minus root 2, minus 2, like that. This is a basically line of real numbers. Why it is important? This is important. One more thing. This goes with 20 here and minus. Why this is important? Because now अब आप लोग 11th क्लास में आ गए हो, तो अब टाइम वो नहीं रहा कि सपोज किसी क्वेश्चन का सोल्यूशन हम आपसे पूछे हैं कि एक्स की वैल्यू क्या है, तो आप बोलोगे एक्स की वैल्यू 3 और 4। नहीं, नंबर ऑफ देयर विल बी अ सेट ऑफ solution. Why set theory is taught in the first very beginning of the 11th chapter, 11th class. Because now we will be dealing with the set of solutions. Correct? Now, before going further, one more important thing you know, and that is to express the things in interval. Like on this real number, suppose we express the things a. That means what? It is a open interval. Means set of solution comprises all these things between A and B, but excluding A and B. We can always represent this thing as correct, or we can write it as X belongs to. This bracket shows it is A and B are excluded, is a open interval. Correct? We can, in some books, you will find this also. This type of notation also you can find. Correct. Now, suppose if I darken it, that means the set of the solution contains A and B also. It is not excluding, it is including A and B. And this can be represented like this. Or X or we can represent it like this: X belongs to A correct. Now, based on this, you can see it is very easy to define other intervals. Other intervals means suppose you have this is A and this is open B. It is a closed open interval. This can be defined as A or X belongs to here bracket, this closed bracket A, but B is open. Correct? And another one is open interval. This is now open. This is closed. And this can be written as A or X belongs to A, B. So this was something I think you must have studied all these things. If not, if any doubt is there, then I hope there should not be any doubt on this. Correct? Just a moment. Some technical problem has come. Now let us go further. One more important thing, that whenever you express these intervals, including infinity or minus infinity, basically these are open intervals. Suppose your interval is like this. So this infinite They will always have open intervals. Minus infinity, a, and here it will be a is included here, but whenever infinite this thing is there, then it will always be now let us go a little deeper into the subject. What is this interval? Minus infinity to infinity. It defines all the real numbers. All the real numbers extending from minus infinity to infinity. The whole number line. Correct? What is this? This defines set of positive correct. What about this? Set of negative real numbers. We can write it as R. This is R plus. This is R minus. Now, if what about this set? What about this set? How we are going to define? We have defined set of positive real numbers. This is basically set of non-negative real numbers. And we can define this thing as R plus union correct? Likewise, what is this? This is basically R set of all negative real numbers union this is a difference, correct? It is basically non-positive real numbers, correct? Now, let us take further an example to understand this, then it will be more clear. Suppose you have a set A. Basically, A is, it is an interval, basically. -3 and B is -1 to. Now let us draw a number line. Correct? Here, if you see, this bracket is basically closed, and this bracket is also closed. So you can understand. Here, basically, if you see, 2, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is -1, -2, -3, -4, and suppose this is -1. Correct. So what is A? A is -3, but here it is open -3 to 2. So this is your A, correct? What about B? B is, here it is open, but here it is closed. Correct? Then what about this area? This is common between A and B. This interval is common between A and B. What is this basically? This is basically A intersection B. Got it? And this we can write it as -1 and 2. 2 down. Here you see in A, 2 is there. And in B also 2 is there. That's why it has been included in this. But here in B, -1 is not there. I hope you understood this. That's why it's an open bracket. Correct? What about A union B? A union B will be like this. A union B. A union B, here it is -3 and then, of course, 5. Correct? In the number line itself, you can find out this thing. These are the basically intervals. Correct? What about A minus B? A minus B. This is your A minus B. What is this interval? -3 and -1, but -1, just see, yes, -1 is included in A. So it is A minus B, so it will be correct. What about B minus A? B minus A. And what is this? This 2 is in B, 2 is included and 5 is also included. 2 is included, just see. Yes, in B, 2 is included. B is basically this. Correct. Sorry, one more thing. Here you see B is included in A. Oh, B is included in A. So it will not be included B minus A. Because all the things of A you are subtracting from. With this, I think you must be clear how to represent the intervals. It is going to be very useful. You should know correctly how to represent the interval. Correct? Now, today, let us take a little bit exposure of inequalities also. Correct? Mm. Suppose इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब यह है कि either A is less than B or A is equal to. Only these two things can be there. Correct? If you have any equality, suppose A, correct? Then if you increase or decrease by the same quantity, then the result, the sign of equality will not change. Correct? Suppose you have A, then your A plus B will be, sorry, A plus C will be less than, oh, sorry, this is basically C and this is your D. Then A plus C also your A minus D. B minus. Hmm? Correct. Now, suppose you have A, then if you multiply, this will hold good if K is positive. And if K is negative, then your KB sorry, it is the same thing I have written. KA then becomes KB. Here it is less because it is correct. That means if inequalities, if they are multiplied by negative quantity, then the sign of the inequality changes. Correct? If A, you can number is also, this is your, if A is less than B, correct? And B is less than C, then what it implies, this is also called transitive property. Correct? One more thing is there. Suppose if you have A is less than B, yeah, if you have A is less than B, then your AR will be less than BR, provided R is positive, means R is correct. So these are inequalities. Uh, those are there, some those you have to see. Means ultimately these things are going to help you in the exam. Suppose x is if x is less than 3, then find the value of x square. Correct? X is less than 3 means what? X belongs to minus infinity to 0 union. Oh, sorry. Correct? हम्म यही होगा. अब दोनों को अलग अलग इंटरवल में थोड़ा देख लेते हैं. ठीक है. When x belongs to then x square, that means x square will belong to there is no doubt about it. And when x belongs to then what happens? It is x square, it will become positive, correct? And it will belong to so solution of x square is what? It is the union of correct. Or if you see x square belongs to so this is the way you should write the solution of x square. Correct. One more example I will take up, then today's lecture we will wind up. I hope you understood these things. Suppose if you have x is greater than -1, then what about then what do? You just see what is x, where it belongs. X belongs to basically -1, -1 to 0. -1 to 0, and it is a union now. Correct? Now, in both these intervals, just see what is x square. When this interval, if you take, then x square will belong to 0. Correct? And when this interval you take, then x square belong to same. Correct? That means 0 to 1, then 0 to infinity, means x square again belongs to 0 to. This is how you can solve these questions. So in the next lecture or in the next period, we are going, we will go into the full details of this chapter, and you are going to learn everything on this platform. But what you have to do is you have to keep on attending these live lectures. So a larger portion of your mathematics, first we will cover calculus and then so on, other things will come into the picture. But if you want to attend these live lectures, then please subscribe my channel so that you can know when the lecture is going to come, at what time live lectures are going to come. Today at 5 o'clock, I have scheduled mechanics simplified. It is part 2. So do come and attend this because a lot of things you are going to learn. Correct? So subscribe my channel. You get the notifications of whatever live lectures I am launching. Attend those. If anybody wants a mathematics or physics tuition from me, they can always ping me on this number. This number is there on the screen. So since a lot of things are there, but time is very short. Correct? So keep on attending these kind of lectures. Will slowly and slowly we are going to cover the syllabus. Thank you very much.